All right, we're back. It's the bitter end of January, and you know what that means? It's open season upon us. So things are looking nice on the island, but inside the gym, things are getting pretty hard. We're doing some serious prep to get myself ready for the season to start. We're kind of still recovering from wodapalooza, but things are starting to dial up a little bit just to, start to take things more seriously again, right? Fun's over. So 2023 is on the horizon, and we got to be sharp. So let's see what we get into.
This right now, what are you focusing on?
To be honest, I'm kind of just trying to get back used to just feeling heavy barbell, especially in the front rack. Like I've been doing a lot more powerlifting through the off season, and so I haven't done as much front squatting, front loading. So the jerk is like important, and just on some of my cleans, it's just a bit sloppy because I haven't been doing as much of it. So trying to refocus and get my timing good on things is kind of important right now.
Was it weird just jumping right into it at Wodapalooza and doing 1 rep max after doing more powerlifting, or was it?
It was. I did about, I think I did a clean and jerk twice, kind of heavy-ish right before, after they had announced it. And it was just like, it went well in competition actually for what I was working with. Mm-hmm. I think my confidence was not the highest because I haven't been doing it, so you just don't know really where you're at.
Yeah.
So it was okay. It was a little nerve-wracking and stressful, just not, I feel like not knowing and not being as rehearsed, it sucks. So, but it's good, like I was strong, like I feel like my squat is strong, but you just don't have that same, there's a conversion of that strength to power and like coordination, and if you're just doing one thing, you get a little bit sloppy, so I need to get back to that snappiness. I think 346 was what I lifted at Wodapalooza, and I think it was 16th place or something like that.
That's come a long way.
Yeah, it's pretty wild now, people are strong. It was, so this year at Wodapalooza, my weightlifting event was worse than my swimming event.
Is that a good pat on the back there?
I mean, it's like, shows progress and things you work on, right? I mean, I wouldn't say my swim event was exceptional. Yeah. But it was just like, it's crazy to see where the field is, right? And you can't let things lay, like you have to keep working on things even if they're still decent, right? And it's a different format, like you get a lot of outliers in weightlifting formats, just like you would in a swimming workout. But this year they tested like just a 1 rep max, whereas in past they've done more ladders or heavy weightlifting mixed with something else, where there's a little more of a mixed component and some fitness that is really valuable. So I've actually done really well at the weightlifting workouts at Wodapalooza in the past, and then this year I didn't. It was my worst finish of the competition, and it's just kind of, I think, partly because where my training was, and then partly just because of the way they applied it.
The gymnastics, did it balance out that workout?
Doing the handstand hold? Sure. I mean, it was only 100 points between the two of them. So the handstand hold was 40 points and the clean and jerk was 60. So it was still more valuable to weightlift heavy. But there was definitely a lot of the outlier weightlifters weren't really great on their hands. And then there were some guys who were really good at both, right? Like I think Cole Grayshaver was great at both. Ricky did great at both. Like there was some guys who were strong in both, and that makes a huge difference. Yeah. So it did balance it a bit for sure.
Do you enjoy not training with people or training alone?
I think I like training with people, but it takes too much time. It's like hard to coordinate with people, and you know, I don't have a lot of people around, but I find like a session will take an extra hour easily with people.
Yeah.
It might be more fun, but most days I don't have an extra hour. So like today, for instance, I'm gonna hustle through these. I'm gonna rest very little. We're gonna continue through everything very fast so that I can go home and eat lunch and have a break for like an hour before I come back and do my second session and sprint that so that I can pick up the baby on time because my wife's working from 4 to 10. So it's just like, there's no wiggle room. And if someone's late or someone's dragging heels or you're just talking a little too long, like I can't get my stuff done. So on a priority basis, the work comes first, socializing is second.
What do you think about kettlebells in the open?
Are they on the list?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. 24 kilos, I'm guessing?
I think it just said kettlebells.
One or kettlebells?
I don't know. Kettlebell was on the equipment list.
I think it's fine. Hopefully it's like front rack walking lunges or something. I think the judging standards on kettlebells are weird.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a snatch or something.
Yeah, maybe. You could do something like that. Otherwise, like anything on the shoulders, like you gotta be so clear. Every competition that we have kettlebells, it creates like a bunch of drama.
Yeah, because that was at the games in 19.
Yeah, that year they were really, we had quite a hard standard to hold. And it, you know, people will say some lanes were held to a higher standard than others, but last year wodapalooza was the same. We had these like front rack step overs with heavy kettlebells and they were more like back rack. Depending on who you had as a judge. This year, same thing, we had walking lunges and things, and they always tell you something, and then it's sort of, it gets blended in the heat of battle, so I think that if they have to be pretty clear if they're going to do that, but kettlebell snatch and that sort of stuff is a pretty black and white, pretty easy move. We've done it also at regionals before.
Yes.
2017 we did that, so it's not like new.
No.
Touch. It's like not touching your fingers so hard.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta really hunch over a lot.
In competition, have they said that you can't touch your hands? Like,
so wodapalooza, they said you couldn't. You had to touch a ball.
Yeah.
So you couldn't go like fingers. But I think when they did it at regionals way back in Sandbag, you were allowed to touch your hands. And same with, I think when they redid that same workout at the West Coast Classic. Good practice. It's tough to do without touching your hands.
Done with that?
Done. Do some CrossFit. After 3 rounds in the last 2, push that strategy farther if I have the juice. But we'll see. It's gonna be a good game. So a little more conservative first 3 rounds. It's like a pacing workout. So it'll be fun. Nice. It's nice to go into them knowing you're not going to like blow your brains out.
It's always.
I don't hate that. So it should feel good. It should feel good for at least 2 rounds. And then the 3rd round, maybe start to get a bit grippy, and then try to hang on to the barbell if I can. It's 100 reps. It's still 100 toes a bar.
100 toes a bar, 50, 60 snatches.
I feel like you're going to get into round 3 and it'll be like, yeah, it looks easier on paper than it is. barely hung on to those last week.
You were really holding on there.
I was getting ready to fling the bar.
So what did we say? We said 10 minutes. That was like 7.
747 or something, 748?
So 100 toes to bar, 60 snatches, hang snatches.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it was right. We kind of said 1 break on each for 3 rounds, and then hang on to the barbell if you can at the end for the last 2. So I did that, but barely. And if I'd have done bigger sets early, I don't think I'd have been able to do it.
Yeah.
So it's good. Worked out good. Good practice for taking like reasonably short disciplined breaks, sticking on a plan, starting conservative and having some closing speed, because I feel like lately I've been trying to get used to being aggressive at the start, and it's bit me in the ass a couple times, but that's good. Nice and steady. Feel like you didn't have much more to give at the end. It was just grip, like arms. Aerobically with toes to bar, not that bad. And like a hang snatch at that weight, fine. Your arms just got juiced.
Yeah.
So that's good. Kind of what I expected. I'll hop on the bike for this cool down. Glad I'm easing into it.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
What are you doing, 10?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do 10 one leg, 10 the other leg, and just alternate through to 100.
So you got banded pistols going.
Yeah.
I mean, you can clearly do pistols on your own. Why banded?
I haven't done pistols in a while. And we were chatting, Michelle and I. There was like a tweet or something. CrossFit put something out recently about pistols. And you know, leading into the open, sometimes you're like, huh, maybe I should be doing a couple pistols. Probably I haven't done any since pre-games. So, or I guess at the games. So I don't know, just to get a little bit of the position in and strengthen without getting super high intensity right away is just good. It's a nice way to ease into things. Pistols and like, you know, GHDs, there's some movements that if it's been a while since you did them, if you dive right in, you just get super sore and it can kind of affect the rest of your training. So it's just a way to get into it with a little lower intensity to start so we can build it in, and then I don't get railroaded during the open if they come up. And I'm like, my knees, ankles, everything like that are kind of ready for it. So just a strategy to dip the toes in.
Your old man knees feeling it?
Well, I don't want them to be feeling it, I think is the thing. They're not so bad right now. The last few months I've been a little up and down, but I'm getting it under control and I want to keep it that way. So a lot of it's just that. You just have to be a little bit more mindful, and I can't be as reckless as I once was.
Name all 7 of the 7 dwarfs.
Oh God. Oh.